Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys liked that really relaxing little fall intro. That is going to be the intro for all of my fall themed or Thanksgiving themed videos. And then I have the other one for Halloween videos only. So as you can see from the thumbnail, we are going to be making 5 easy fall nail designs, and they're super easy to follow for beginners. So let's jump right into it. I'm starting off with the first design, which is going to be a really pretty kind of groovy checkerboard. I've never done anything like this before, so I'm really excited. I'm starting off with a white gel polish, and this white gel polish is going to be my favorite from melodysusie. I get it on Amazon, and I'm just starting off with 2 coats of this white gel. And then you're going to want to grab a very nice thicker viscosity type of gel polish. You can use a liner gel or a gel polish. I would recommend a gel polish because the liner gel was a little too thick for me for this specific design. But I did use a chocolate liner gel from Nailzbydev, so I'm just going ahead and doing this, and every single product I'm using will be in my description box. And you're going to need a long liner brush. So for this design, the long liner brush is going to be essential. You're going to want to start off with 4 lines going straight down the nail, 1 going straight down the center, and they are going to be wavy lines. They do not need to look exactly like mine. It could be however wavy you want to make it. Honestly, that's the thing about this design. Any type of lines work. You could even make it straight if you wanted to. And then what you're going to do after that is you're going to make a checkerboard theme, a checkerboard pattern by putting lines also horizontally, so vertically and horizontally. And then you can make the squares as big as you want by separating the lines as much as you want. And then you're going to basically just grab a little bit of gel and create little dots on the ones that you're going to color so that you keep in thought like which ones need to be colored in. You're doing 1 colored, 1 not colored, 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 and so on and so forth. You're just going to keep doing that all the way down. And another thing I forgot to mention is you should have like a little tiny curing lamp that you can just flash cure with, because for a lot of designs when you're doing stuff like this, you want to flash cure in between just so that you don't have to keep putting the nail back into the lamp. It saves you time, and then also it saves you from messing up your design. For example, after I finished drawing out the lines, like the actual grid pattern, I wanted to flash cure it. I just forgot to, but I would highly recommend that you flash cure it so that your lines don't get messed up, and then you're able to fill in with ease. You're able to fill in the boxes so that you don't feel like your lines are going to be smeared or anything like that. So I would recommend to flash cure the grid as soon as you make it, and then go in and color in your boxes. And that's why I mentioned that using a gel polish is better than a liner gel for this specific design, because you have to color in so much that the liner gel was a little bit too thick for me. I could have totally mixed it in with some brown gel polish, but I just wanted to use what I had on hand, so I just went ahead and used this, and it actually turned out so cute. The thing I love about this design is you could do so many different things with it. You can make the background color even a lighter version of brown. You can make it a tan, you can make it an orange to incorporate it for fall. You could even do black and white for like a Halloween design. There's so much you can do with this design, and it is so cute. I've seen so many cute designs with this incorporated. So now we are moving on to the next nail. The next nail is going to be a really easy plaid nail. So I'm starting off with a milky white that's kind of like creamy, so like a creamy white. And this creamy white is really going to help like the background color not look so harsh, or the front color. So I'm starting off with orange, but this is not like your typical orange. This is a jelly orange color, and it's called Dipped in Honey, I believe, from Madame Glam. And if you don't have this color, you do not need to go out and buy it. All you need to do is mix together some base coat, a tiny little dot of yellow gel polish, and a tiny dot of orange gel polish. If you already have an orangey yellow gel, then don't work harder, just use that, and go ahead and just put a tiny dot. And you want it to be very, very sheer, and this is what you're going to need for this type of design. It's kind of like a plaid, but it's not the typical plaid. I don't know, there's like a specific name for this, but I forgot what it is exactly. I think it's like buffalo plaid or something. Usually you could see it in like a red and black design, but I saw this inspo on Pinterest of a wallpaper that had an orange plaid, so I wanted to go in with that. You could see I added a little bit of orange into it because I noticed that it was a little too yellow for my liking. I wanted it more fall vibe, so I went ahead and added a little more orange, and I'm just going ahead and going horizontally now. So you're going to do 3 lines vertically, or however many lines you could fit or you want to fit. You can make it as thick or as thin as you want. And then I am going ahead and I'm going to go horizontally now. And I wanted all the boxes to be as even as I can make it to where they all are like the same thickness. And honestly, for this nail, I kind of wish I wouldn't have done the line in the middle so thick, because I wanted more boxes. You can see I only have 2 boxes here, 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 going down. I wish I could have had like 3 or something like that, and I would have been able to do that if I would have made the lines thinner, or if I wouldn't have started with the line down the middle. So here I am just kind of doing that, and you're going to want to fill it in. And it's already kind of getting that buffalo plaid type of look, but there is one more step that really makes it come together. You can definitely incorporate this for Christmas designs as well in black and red, like I mentioned earlier. Even if you want to do green, it looks really cool as well. So I am going ahead here and I am darkening the little boxes. I don't know how to explain it, but these boxes that were already supposed to be darker, I'm darkening them a little more so that they look more plaid, like if it's overlapping. I don't really know how to explain it that well, but I am using a smaller liner brush for this part, because the longer liner brush, you don't have as much control. The smaller one really helps you fill in only the area you want to fill in. So I'm going ahead and using a 9mm liner brush. Just like my last Halloween tutorial, you usually always just need a dotting tool, a long liner brush, a short liner brush, and then a cleanup brush. Those are almost every single time you create a design, those are the only tools you will need as far as brushes go. And yeah, so I'm going ahead in with the darker orange here and just filling it in. And this is one of those designs that is going to leave your nail a little bit lumpier just because of all the layers and everything. So I'm going to show you guys or give you guys a tip on how you can combat that or how you could fix it. So here I am basically just going in and cleaning it up now with my cleanup brush. Anything that kind of bled over, this is why I tell you like flash curing would be way better. I don't know why I just didn't think to flash cure in this moment, but I am just going ahead here and still filling it in. But if I would have flash cured, my lines would not have been spreading, so it would have been very easy. So once you have everything filled in and you have it the way you want, you could even add more detail to this if you wanted to. In between every single orange line that I created, you could add white and it makes it look so cool. It makes it stand out so much. I actually got the idea for that from like these coloring pages that I follow for Bobby Good's coloring books, but I didn't end up doing that. I ended up keeping it simple like this. This gives like fall picnic vibes and I love it so much, so I decided to keep it like that. But you can add white lines, you can add black lines, whatever you want. So the way to make this look perfect, if you're going to do it for somebody, like the fact that I just did it for the video, I didn't think too much of it, but you want to put on a base coat over the whole entire design once it's fully cured. Then you're going to want to go in and buff it all once the base coat cures. And then once it's all nice and smoothly buffed, you want to make sure that the sides are not lumpy. And then once the sides are not lumpy anymore, you're going to be able to go ahead and dust it off, make sure all the dust is gone, and then go in with your top coat, and your design will no longer be lumpy from the sides. So that is the best way to do it. That is what I do whenever I do a design like that for a customer. And then another thing I forgot to mention is a lot of you guys will tell me that you have shrinking problems. If you know you're going to be using a lot of layers and you're going to have to do that where you do the base coat and then buff and then go back on top with top coat again. If you're going to do that, make sure that you size up on the customer's nail, because that's how you know that it's definitely probably going to shrink. So yeah, this is how the design turned out. It looks really, really cute. So let's go to the next one. The next design is going to be a really beautiful fall marble. So you're going to grab a whole variety of colors. It could be any variety of colors that you want. They could be orange, yellow, whatever colors you want. I'm doing brown. Of course, I'm doing fall vibes. So I'm doing brown, oranges, yellowy orange, milky colors, like literally whatever color you want. And of course, I'm grabbing some really beautiful glitter. So these are all the colors that I had here that are fall vibes that I'm showing you. And I didn't end up using every single one of them, but I kind of used most of them. This really beautiful Raya's gel, cat eye gel is the first one I wanted to use. It is a really beautiful kind of like a copper, but not like brass. It's like a brass color. So I went ahead with that. And I also added it into the gel polish I already had from the other designs that I just did. And I'm adding a little bit more different colors. So I'm adding some of this yellowy orange color, and then I'm adding some more of this burnt orange color, and just kind of going in with whatever I feel. I also had some other colors here, but that one was too purple, so that one was a no. And then I had this one called Loving Walnut, which is a beautiful like toasty brown, almost very subtle glitter. It is so pretty, so I did go in with some of this as well. And you want to keep it light on the dark colors unless you want your marble to be very dark, because the dark will spread and show more. I don't know how to explain it, but if you're gonna do dark colors, add just a little bit, unless you want it to be mainly dark colors. Like that really dark walnut color, it did spread pretty fast. I also added that Rargism beautiful glitter. I forgot I had that, and now I want to buy more because it is so gorgeous. So I'm going ahead here and basically showing you what it looks like. So I kind of just marbled them together on the plate or on my little paint palette, and I grabbed a nude base color, and I did go in with the nude base. And then now I'm going in, after the nude base is cured, I'm going in with some blooming gel, and the blooming gel is from Mia Secret. Honestly, it's not like the best blooming gel ever. I just got it from Amazon, so that's what I use. And then now you're going to want to pick up your cleanup brush, and you're just going to swirl on the marble that you already swirled on the plate. So you're going to pick up like a kind of like a dollop of it on this type of brush, and then you're going to just kind of like swirl it on the nail. And it's going to spread so beautifully. It's going to spread on its own and do its thing, like kind of let it do its thing. But you do need to make sure that you're cleaning up the edges as you go, because it is going to cause, like the blooming gel is going to cause all the gel polish to kind of seep to the edges. So you want to make sure you are cleaning that up as you go so that you don't have a lumpy nail. And then once the marble's kind of like how I like it, I love the way that sparkle looks in the very center there. So I did decide to add some more sparkle because I just love the way it looks with a marble. Like if you're going to do any marble and you add any hint of sparkle that goes with the theme of the colors that you're using, it just really brings it all together. This is one of my favorite things to do for Christmas nails as well. It's just a classic. Honestly, this is a classic fall design that so many of your customers and clients will love. If you're having trouble with a marble, this is the easiest way to do it with the blooming gel. It is so good. So yeah, I went ahead and added some more glitter right there in the center, cleaned up the nail again, and then I decided to add even more glitter, just a little bit right there, so it looks almost like a streak of the glitter going through the marble. And then yeah, I really love the way that looked. I added some white lines as well to add more detail, and then I did decide to blend them out just a little bit so they're not so harsh. This is another way to add more detail to your marble. Especially because some of my milky white color got lost, so I went ahead and added a little bit more of a white, creamy white color. And yeah, so it just looks like this right now. And honestly, I didn't know how I felt about it, so I was just like, okay, let me just cure this and then see what I feel. And I absolutely loved it, so I went ahead and cured that. And then I did go in with a top coat. And top coating honestly brings it all together, makes your marble look so beautiful. But I did decide to do the buffing method that I mentioned earlier because the nail was a little bit lumpy. So I went ahead and buffed it all out, and I'm showing you here how it looks as I'm top coating. It looks absolutely stunning. It is just so beautiful. And yeah, I just love this nail. I will definitely be wearing this on my nails if I do my nails this fall, because marble is just never too much. It's always perfect. So this is what it looks like. Here's kind of like an overview. It turned out stunning. Oh my gosh, one of my favorites. And now we're going to be moving on to the next nail. So for this next one, I'm going in with that really beautiful cat eye gel from Raya's Nails. I've had this for literally years. I just never really get a chance to use it. I honestly always forget that I have it. So here I am using it today. I am having to go in with 3 layers of the cat eye though, because I do not like when the nail is see-through. So I just decided to go in with 3 layers. So here's my first layer. I'm going in and applying the cat eye, then grabbing the magnet. And I'm kind of just doing a rough, I guess like a rough draft really quick before I go in with like perfecting the cat eye, because that's not even going to be the first layer. So I was just like, oh, it's whatever. And then here I am kind of going in with the magnet on. I think this is the last or second to last layer. Yeah, here's the 3rd layer. And this is really bringing it together. You could really see how beautiful the color is. It's so brassy, almost like a coppery brass color, but not so copper. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's really pretty. So I don't even know if this color exists anymore. So if you guys don't see it in the description box, I'm not sure if she still has this. So here I am just going in with the magnet again. And you want to use a nice magnet, like a nice big magnet when you're using long nails, so that it works a little bit better. And then here I am grabbing some brown gel polish, and the brown gel polish is just a mixture of all the colors I had on my paint palette. I mixed them all together and it made like the perfect brown. I did not want to waste the gel that I had already used for the marble because I had put a lot of layers of gel there. So I mixed it all together and I used it for this nail. And yeah, so I went ahead and grabbed a darker color, like almost black brown, like it's super dark. So I went ahead and grabbed that, and I just am using this to create the little leopard print. So the leopard print is just a bunch of dots basically all together. Like, that's all it is, like a bunch of globs of weird shapes. Like, that is the best way I could explain it to you, and it does not need to be perfect. So I'm grabbing a whole bunch of the lighter brown, then grabbing the darker brown. You could also use black if you want to, and then I'm just trying to stick with the fall vibe, so I'm using all browns. And then here I am just adding basically a bunch of little like bean shapes around the light brown, 2 per circle, and then I'm going ahead and adding some more brown dots all around to add more detail. And you can do this over any color you want. You could even do this over pink, over light tan, whatever you want, and it looks so pretty no matter what. I know this cheetah or leopard was really popular for summer, but it is just so good, so I had to bring it back for fall again with some fall colors. And then now for the last nail, I'm going to be doing a tortoise shell nail. So this is like honestly something I've never done. I don't think I've ever done a tortoise shell before. So I am doing this for my first time, but it turned out so amazing. So you're going to start off with a sheer color. You're going to want it to be like a sheer orange or a sheer brown or a sheer yellow. Any of those will work because you can honestly add to it or change it later if you want to. So you're going to start off with that. Like I said, if you want to make any sheer color like this, you just need a little base coat and a little bit of orange, a little bit of brown, a little bit of yellow, and it'll be perfect. And then I'm grabbing a brown gel polish, the same brown that I just used on the cheetah nail. Like I said, I didn't want to waste colors, so I had this brown already out. And I'm just going ahead and creating basically globs of brown all over the nail. And it does not need to be perfect. Again, anywhere you want to put them, and as many as you want to put. But there's only one thing. You have to make sure that you could see through certain parts of the nail. So you can see I still left space in between each glob because I want you to be able to tell that it's like layers, you know? And if you make so many globs, you're not going to be able to see the layers, and you're not going to be able to see through the nail. This is one of those nails where like you kind of have to be able to see through it at least just a little bit. So once you have the first layer of globs down, you're going to go ahead and cure it. And then once you cure, you go in again with the layer of the jelly, and then you cure it, and then you go over it again with another layer of globs, just like I'm doing here. Basically dabbing it on, just dabbing on that brown color right over all the globs that I did in all the other layers. I think at this point this is my 3rd layer. So now I'm just cleaning up the edges, and then I globbed on the colors like I said. And then now you cure again, and then once you cure again, you're going to go in one more time with the sheer overall color. So this time I added a little more brown to it, a little more orange, because I wanted it to be less yellow. So I just am putting it on with my cleanup brush. And then now the very last layer, you are going to be adding black globs. All the other ones were brown, but the very last one is going to be black. So you're going to be just putting these wherever you want to put them, honestly, but kind of going over the other ones, but you still want the other ones to kind of show underneath. Don't completely cover them with the black. That is the biggest tip. And because you need to be able to see all the different layers underneath. So that is what I'm doing. And once I felt like I liked it, I went ahead and cured that. But I was kind of fixing it here because I did add a little bit too much. I wanted you to still be able to see through the nail. Like I said, this is one of those designs that you kind of have to be able to see through so that you're able to see all the layers that you did underneath. And here I am adding a little more brown in certain spots just to make it look like the brown was already there. And then yeah, I'm basically kind of going back and forth trying to see how I like it, because like I said, this was my actual first time doing this, so I wasn't sure exactly what I was doing. I just knew that I wanted it to look pretty because I had never done it. So here I am kind of adding more brown again, and you do want to make sure that you're cleaning off your brush in between. I was cleaning off my brush in between with a little bit of acetone. You can use alcohol as well, but I feel like it doesn't work as well. So then after you did the black globs, you're going to go in with one final layer of the sheer color again, the sheer jelly, and then you cure. And then once you cure, now you can go in with your top coat. That is your last layer. So you're going to need a total of like 5 layers, I think, 5 to 6 layers. And once you're top coating, because there are so many layers, again, you might have the little lumpy edges, but don't worry, you could fix that. So I did fix that by smoothing it out. And then here is some close-ups of the nail. You can see all the layers. It looks so beautiful. I'm so happy with how this one turned out, so I love it. And yeah, you guys, that's it for this video. I really hope these designs help you. I hope you're able to incorporate these into your fall nail sets this year. And I really want to see what you guys decide to create with any of these designs. You can definitely do like a more glam approach with the marble, a really cute like Thanksgiving vibe with the plaid. So yeah, you guys, I really hope you enjoyed it. And I have more coming, so stay tuned, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!